Hey there! In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to attach your Facebook business page to your Facebook group. Note that I'm using a dummy group, so please don't pay attention to the group content. This is just something I use for tutorials. The first thing you'll want to do is go to your group. You can do that by going up here to the Groups tab, or you can see it on the left-hand side. You can do it by typing it in. Sometimes that's just easier. You can use this bar to search groups, or you can use this bar to search in the name and title of the group. So I did that, and you can see it's up there in recent searches, so I'm just going to go find it that way. And then I'm going to scroll all the way down on the left-hand side to where it says Settings. You'll click on Settings, excuse me. Then from the group, you're going to click on Settings, and you're going to scroll all the way down to where it says Manage Advanced Settings. From there, you see where it says Linked Pages. You're going to click on that little pencil, and then you simply click on the page you want to link. For this one, I am going to link, I'm trying to think of a group that doesn't already link one. I'm going to go ahead and link Teachers Talk Travel for this one, although I'll unlink it later. And to link it, you're just going to click link. It's going to ask, are you sure? We're going to go ahead and click link. And then you're going to see under the cover photo of your group that you can see the business page that it's now associated with. So let's go ahead and click on home so we can look at our group. And you'll see here under joined. Oh, it's actually not showing up here. Oh, there it goes. Okay, private group, 2 members. So now I'm interacting as Teachers Talk Travel. That is the page. So now you see how this popped up. I can click on that little drop-down menu, and I can choose to either interact as myself or I can interact as the group. Now, if you're wanting to eventually do Facebook ads, and even if you're not ready to do them right now, then I would recommend that you post in the group and interact with people in the group as your Facebook business page, because what that will do is that will teach Facebook who is interacting in your group. Those are the people who are most likely to buy from you and interact with you in the future, and you can use the people who are in your group as a lookalike audience. Okay. However, you might want to interact with your personal profile in the group if you're wanting to build that extra personal touch, and we'll share another video in a minute on how to do that and how to share posts from your business page into your Facebook group with your personal profile. But really quickly, I want to show you how you can use your page post and how that can automatically share into your group. Now that the group and the page are linked, I'm going to go to the page by clicking the Pages tab up here on top of Facebook. I'm going to go to my page, Teachers Talk Travel. I'm going to click on that. And now I'm going to share something to my Facebook business page. Since the group is now linked to this page, it's going to give me an option to test it into the group. So, and my internet's going a little bit slow today. Okay, so I'm just going to type test. I'm going to click post. And hopefully it doesn't time out on me because my internet's been cutting out with the storms. And yes, perfect. So a little box will come up and it'll ask you, do you want to automatically share this into the group that's linked to the business page? Now, you might want to for just your ease and sanity, right? It makes it easier. However, a couple of things you want to consider. One, if you share into a group with your Facebook business page, I'm going to go ahead and do it though so you can see what it looks like. If you share directly into a group with your Facebook business page, then one, it might show group members that there's really no added benefit to being in the group because you're getting the same exact content that you're getting by just following the page. Okay, so I just want to show you how that looks. I just clicked over into the group and it just automatically shares whatever it is into the group. Now that's really great if you're overwhelmed by the thought of managing multiple platforms. If you know you're going to use Facebook, then you have a Facebook business page, you have your group, you can just share it directly into there, which is great. Now, you're not going to want to share every single post on your Facebook business page into your group, but if it's something that's encouraging discussion, or you're asking a question, or you're doing market research, or of course, if you're promoting something, then that would be a good one to share into your group. I do also want to show you though how you can share a Facebook business page post from your personal profile into a group, because you might end up joining some groups with your Facebook business page where your ideal client is hanging out, where you may or may not be able to share stuff from your business page. So to save time, I've already went up to the Pages tab. I've clicked on the Teachers Talk Travel page, and here we are. So if I wanted to share a post from my Facebook business page, either onto my personal profile or into a group that maybe I'm connecting with people on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my page, I'm going to click on this drop down menu, and instead of interacting as Teachers Talk Travel, I'm going to click on my personal profile. It's going to take a second to reload, and then I'm going to go down to the post that I want to share, okay? So you see when I go to share, it's going to give me a choice, more choices, right? So if I share it as my personal profile, I can share it via Messenger, I can share it to a group or page, and you're going to see that I have more groups, access to more groups as my personal profile than as my page, because a lot of groups don't allow pages to join, okay? So if I just go to share to a group here, I just kind of want you to see what that looks like as my personal page. See, I have so many groups here, and you're gonna wanna type the groups. I really recommend like keeping track of 3 to 5 groups that you really wanna like market to and build relationships in, but your post will get seen by more people if you share with your personal profile. Now, it is good to interact as your page, especially if you're gonna be running Facebook ads shortly. You want to train Facebook. So if you do wanna do that, then you're gonna wanna find a few Facebook groups that match your niche and that will allow pages to join. You want them to be private, you want them to be well aligned with your niche, and you want for them to be groups that accept pages, because not all of them do. If they don't accept pages though, those would be good groups to join as your personal profile, and then you can share posts from your page in there. Just be careful to watch out for the group rules, because they might not allow you to do that, and you don't want to be kicked out of the groups. That's something to keep in mind. Okay, so we're interacting as the page now. I just want to show you how those settings look different. So if I go to this same post and I click share, now remember, right when you create the post, that can automatically share it into whatever group you've linked. But you might want to share it on another page or on another group. So if I go to share to a group, you're going to see I have way fewer options because look, this is the only group that's linked, right? And I haven't joined any groups as this page. Otherwise, those groups would show up. You can, when you do the automatic page post, you can only share to 3 groups at one time. So for your homework, your things to do, you're gonna set up your Facebook business page if you haven't already. You're gonna set up your group if you haven't already. You're going to link your Facebook business page to your group. You're going to join at least 3 groups that have your ideal client already hanging out as your personal profile. Those are the ones that your page can't join. You're gonna join 3 other groups where your page can join, where your ideal client is hanging out, and that will actually give you a total of 6 groups, maybe 5 other groups, 1 at your own. So 6 total where you're interacting with your ideal client and customer. And if you do this strategically, which you will learn throughout the Travel Agent Academy and you'll learn throughout mentorship with me, you can really start to get a lot of people to follow your page and join your group. One other note about groups and pages. You want to be careful to ensure that the people that are following your Facebook business page are the same people that are in your Facebook group. Now, I want to say that doesn't mean that you can't serve multiple audiences, that you can't have multiple offers or digital stores or things like that. But for example, if everybody who's following your Facebook business page is there for budget backpacking tips, and your Facebook group is for luxury family travel in the Maldives, you really have 2 separate audiences that aren't really going to want and need the exact same thing, even though they might both be looking for travel. Similarly, if you have a Teachers Pay Teachers store or a blog, or you're selling any kind of digital products, same thing, right? If you serve upper elementary math teachers with your Facebook groups, that's 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th grade math teachers. And then over here you have a Facebook business page for high school algebra 2 teachers. They're not going to be the same people, and they're not going to need or want the same things. So you really have to have a think on, okay, what is maybe the audience that I want to focus on serving first? I'm going to make a Facebook business page for them. I'm going to link the group that matches them, and then I'm going to join groups that specifically match that link. I cannot say this enough. No matter what your business is, you really, I shouldn't say no matter, with an asterisk. If you're doing a service-based business, like if you're a travel agent or a copywriter, or you're doing something for someone, don't be afraid to share stuff on your personal profile, okay? Don't be afraid to talk about it. That's gonna have that personal touch, especially if you're a travel agent or service provider, because you're likely your first few clients are either going to be friends and family, or they can be friends of friends and family. So you're basically looking at your own personal network. Now, I am not saying that everybody on your friends list is going to want to follow your page, join your groups, buy your offers, etc. But don't be afraid to talk about what you're doing on your personal profile, because you just never know who's watching and listening, and your personal profile has some of the best reach on Facebook. Aside from paid Facebook ads, the way that you can get more people to read your posts are if you're friends, they'll see it on your personal profile when they're scrolling through on their feed. Whether if they're in your groups, they're going to see your posts, or if you're in groups together. The more that you have in common with someone, the more likely they are to see your content. So yeah, you kind of have your Facebook trifecta. You're going to set up your Facebook page. You're going to link that to your group. You're going to join other groups, both as your page and as your personal profile. And you're going to share everything from your page into your group and onto your personal profile so you can get more people to look at it. And then when you're ready, in the future, we'll talk about Facebook ads.